everybody, welcome back to Messy Girl Crafts. My name is Ashley, and if you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. Today, obviously, you can say I have a special guest. Say hi, Eric.
Hello. I don't know if I'm special at this point. I've been on so many videos. But...
You're very special to them and to me. Eric is my husband, for those of you who don't know, and I decided that on this lazy Sunday, I wanted to whip together. So he's whipping on which Lego?
This is Dom from Fast and Furious. Dom's Charger.
Ooh, here, I'll hold it up close for them. Do you want me to
Don't lose
save
my
your...
page,
I'm not losing your page.
Don't lose my page.
This is the one that he's working on. Very cool. How many is this? Is it only one book?
Or yeah, it's only one book.
It's only the one book. Okay.
It's 1,000 pieces. 1,077.
1,077 pieces. Very nice. Kind of like like a medium-sized Lego. Medium to large.
It's on the large. I would say it's a large, just because of the actual size it's going to be when it's done.
That's true. We've been meaning to, above his desk, we have all of his cars displayed on a pegboard, and we are running out of room extremely fast. So we need to start moving some things around so we can make more room for his cars, but it looks really good, especially now that it's full.
Yeah. Well, and I think once we put up more of the speed champions, I'm going to take down the Ferrari and the Porsche and bring it over here, because those are the bigger ones, and that'll open up a lot more room for more speed champions there. And I have a bunch built already, and I got a couple more I got to build anyway, so there's room for lots.
Yeah. Well, anyway, both of us have a giant Lego backstock. I promise I'm going to do on the channel eventually. March has just been very diamond painting heavy because of the event that I'm co-hosting, and so hopefully as we get into the late spring and early summer months, you'll see some other cool things on the channel. But anywho, what I will be whipping on today is none other than Alice in Roses by Margaret Morales. I had to let this one skip to the front of the line. I feel like in general it's a good idea, if you're kitting something up, to do the first row and just kind of do that, because you have to pick your washi tape, you have to get your equipment together and supplies, so it's kind of nice to do all that, do the first row, and then rotate back into your other whips. That's just what I've found for myself. But yeah, so I'm about here. Look how shiny. Once the video's over, I'll give you kind of a pan over of what I've done so far. I'm not that far. I only started it on the 18th, so again, haven't gone too crazy, but I am just done with this first rose section, and I just finished doing her bow, so now I'm kind of doing the top of her head, and then the next section I'm going to open up is a lot of that blue and white harlequin pattern. So today I'm working though right here, what you can see on camera. What I've been using up until today is I've been using my Peachy Keen pen, which I'm absolutely obsessed with this pen. Look how gorgeous this is. We were sent these for the event that we're co-hosting for Mini DP Madness, because this is kind of one of her mini style pens. I honestly think it's the perfect size pen for me. I think it's 4.5 inches or something like that, but it's really awesome, and it's my only pen that I have sparklies, little diamonds on the pen, so I love it. I have a single placer on this side with glue dots, and then I have a Diamond Art Club thin metal 8 placer on this side with gingerbread from Tracy's DP World. But I will be abandoning all of this today. And if you're like, Ashley, why? You love that stuff. I'm abandoning it, not using any of it, because I promised you in my unboxing of my Margaret Morales kits that I would be using the Diamond Art Club Twist and Pick pen with the wax in it. So on this side, the wax is preloaded. This is that clear milky white wax that's new in the pens. And then I have a multi-placer on this side. I was gonna switch out this multi-placer for one of the 7s, but I think I'm gonna leave it as a 4 for now, just so I can kind of get used to it. I will say, with this pen, the slim 8 placer, I have been able to multi-place with this new round grid from Diamond Art Club like a dream, an absolute dream. I'm interested to see how that translates to this little plastic 4 placer. But normally I actually like the plastic wider placers with round drills because it just fits the drill better. But the thin placer, 8 placer, has been working well with the new drill field, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I'm going to use this pen for the entire video because I think that would be cool. So I'm going to load, I haven't loaded the multi-placer side yet, so I'm going to load that with the pad that they give you. They give you extra wax when you unbox the kit or the toolkit. So I'm going to load that on camera, but this is already obviously preloaded because that's how these pens come with the Twist and Pick toppers. And then I'm going to be using this really cute Bijou Bliss tray. that I thought was perfect for this. It is kind of like a Drink Me bottle, which in this image, she has a Drink Me bottle. You can kind of see it there. You see how she's holding like a bottle? So I thought that that was kind of cute that I had a Love Potion type bottle to use as my tray. I love these trays. The drills line up so straight in them, and it's just like the perfect size for my hand. So I love my Bijou Bliss trays. Then this was the washi tape I decided on. If you follow me on Instagram, I did show this off already, but it's just this like really cute rose. It has a little bit of gold foil on it. Super pretty. Some white roses. I thought this would be a cute pattern to pick because these are white roses, but this is a picture depicting like painting the roses red. So I just thought that was kind of cute. Like these are like unpainted roses. And then this is my cover minder from, and oh, where this is from? Probably Temu. Honestly, I have no idea. I think it's from Temu, so I don't necessarily have a link to send you, but go search foil flowers on Temu washi tape. This is my cute cover minder that I'm going to be using from Galloway's Gallery, and it is a rose tea, and I just thought that that was like so cute. So this is my cover minder that I'll be using, and that's pretty much all my supplies. I don't think I forgot anything. I do have my tweezers off camera in case I need to pick drills off, and then I have my Lego separator, which actually, do you have one? If you need one, we can use the same one if you don't have one.
I have mine over there.
Oh, well, you can borrow mine if you need it, because I use it too for diamond painting. So let me just put my cover minder on my thing here. Peel back this section. I was working on this a little bit before I started filming, but we still have plenty to go on this particular row. And then once I finish this row, we will switch to a new painting in the future. But I could not wait. I could not wait to start this one because it's just so gorgeous. And I've been kind of craving like a really good round. I only have one round in my rotation right now, and that's the Distracted by Diamonds Rudy Baby kit. And it's good, but I haven't worked on a Diamond Art Club round in a hot minute, so I was craving that. But yeah, it is so good. Again, I'll show you a better look later, but like it's just beautiful and sparkly. Okie dokie. As normal, I have my list of notes of things to remind me of what to talk about because I'm probably going to get sidetracked anyway because that's just how these videos go, but I do have notes so we stay semi on topic today. I have my thing. I did use my stickers, by the way, so I'm contemplating turning all of my storage units into like the serial number system where you leave the stickers on the sticker sheet and you just go like for example 65 through 100 and then they just match up with their box. But I actually did use the stickers this time just because I wanted to try it one more time. I think they look really good. I actually got the entire Alice and Roses to fit up in one Diamond Art Club unit. I purchased extra smalls and extra mediums when Diamond Art Club started selling them as individual packs. So pretty much from here all the way to here are smalls. And then I have these four are the large. I didn't even have to use mediums. Every color was able to fit into a small container. So that's kind of cool. I think sometimes in the past I was using bigger containers than I really needed to for certain colors. But for this one, you can see everything fits perfectly. And then I have 3 spare empty smalls here and then one empty large. So this entire thing fit in here and it's 64 colors, I believe. So yeah, I have that off to the side here. And I think that's all I need to get started. Let me go ahead and load the pen. So I'm very intrigued by this wax situation. Oh, and it fell immediately onto the sticky part of my canvas because why not? Oh, it came up really easy. That was good. I was scared about that. Okay, let's peel the plastic back here and see how easy this will be to kind of pop off. Oops, I dropped it. Let's see. Is this the sticky side? Yes. All right. Okay, well, that was super easy. I made a little hole with my multi-placer and it is filled. I know you probably can barely see that, but the wax is in there. And then I'm just gonna take my tweezers and scrape the top so that way it's not protruding out. All good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just scraping the top of the multi-placer so that way it's not protruding out and gets all squished everywhere. And then I definitely dropped the cover. So let me see if I can grab that. Oh, there we go. I want to keep this little plastic piece on top so that way the wax doesn't get weird in the pouch. But there you go. So we are using this in this whip and chat. And I'm going to stick this back in this little container here. And there we go. Okie dokie. So this is loaded. I have my twist and pick ready to go. Let me twist it a little bit to get some new wax to come out. And I'm just going to pick off the top. And I'm just going to put that to the side. So we are loaded on both sides of this pen. And we are ready to diamond paint. You ready to start your engines, Eric?
Already gone.
Yeah, you've been going for a little bit. I want to finish this green area because I've been kind of working in like color patterns. So I did all of the bow because it's all of like those blacks, grays, and white colors. And then I wanted to do the leaf over here. So I only have one color left to finish the leaf. And it's right here. Okay. And then once I finish the leaf, I can start moving into like the other colors. It's easier for me to find colors in my box when I'm going kind of like one item or object at a time in the painting. So we'll see. I'll be giving brief updates about how the pen is working throughout this video. This is my very first time ever using this wax thing, so we'll see how it goes. Give me 1 second to pull something up on the computer too, just so my screen doesn't go black on me really quick. I do that sometimes just so that way I don't have to worry about wiggling my mouse every couple minutes or so, because it definitely thinks I'm not here even though I am. So I'm just going to pull up a video to play quietly on the other side of the screen so that way it doesn't go away. So Eric, how long does it normally take you to finish like a Lego that size?
A couple hours. Depends on how many pieces, how quickly I can get everything through, and all that. So a couple hours.
Most of your cars only one book? Is that like normal for your cars? Because how many books was the car you did last time we whip and chatted with us?
It was one book.
It was one book? Okay.
It was just a lot of bags.
Gotcha. How many bags are in this one?
So they're labeled 1 through 4, but there's 2 per. So it's 8 bags total.
1 through 4, but oh, there's 2 bags within the numbered bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird how they did it, but
yeah.
Whatever.
There's 2 like hot pink stragglers in here. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
There's like 2 like pinky little stragglers. Oh, I don't want to like knock it over and tip it, but it's fine. Okay, so we're doing this like green color. I'll say already the wax coming out of this pen, it's like still coming out of it, even though I've already picked off the top. I think that because it's a wax and not a putty, it was super easy to like twist this to get putty to come out, but it almost twists too good. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like putty is just continually coming out of the pen, but I'm sure once I keep pushing it and packing it into the front because of me placing drills, it'll eventually calm down. But yeah, it definitely wants to keep coming out. So I'm picking little pieces off the front of this. I would be interested to see though, I think the second version of me trying this is maybe loading a not twist and pick pen. Like I wonder how this wax would perform if I loaded it in a pen where it didn't auto feed, because then it wouldn't be constantly trying to like push out of the top. You know what I mean? Because like every time I place a drill, I'm taking a little bit off and pushing it to the side. But this is my first time using it, and so I'm trying not to be super harsh judge here. I'm just trying to see how it works. But like it doesn't really give that pop noise because it's wax, but it's effective. Like I'm diamond painting, it works. But I am kind of seeing a little bit of a residue on the top of my pen, or not on the top of my pen, on the top of my drills. It's not like something that would be hard to just like wipe away, but I am noticing there's like a little film there that I kind of like use my thumb to just dust off. But maybe the more I use it, the better it'll get. I know that's common for a lot of different putties or waxes, is like, you know, when you do it the first time, it just needs some working in. Like let me see if I can grab this to show you. This like piece of wax just came off. Oops, it's sticking to my canvas. Can you guys see that? It's like that little piece on the end, it just continues to pop out. But we'll see. If I like really don't like it, I can always switch back to my other pen. But right now I want to give it a shot. So let me look at the multi-placer side. Again, I'm using a 4-placer. So we'll see. I pressed it down, it held onto the pen pretty good. And now I'm placing it on the canvas. Okay, that went well. Let me see if I can pick up less than 4. I have 3 on here. Let's do 2. Okay, the multi-placer is... Placing. Yeah. Maybe I like the multi-placer side better than the single-placer side. But that could honestly just... Maybe that's just literally because the single-placer side is an auto feeder, so it's just wanting to come out like so fast. It's kind of leaving that residue, because on this side I just like stuck it in and just grabbed what I could. But yeah, I mean it's functional. It's functional, and if you're a new diamond painter and you got it for free in a kit, like, you could definitely use it. But I would be interested to see how I felt about it in an upgraded pen with an upgraded placer, like a metal tip versus this plastic tip, or like a more ergonomic shape to hold in my hand. But so far the multi-placer is doing it for me. Let me switch back to the single placer and try that some more and see how I feel. But anyways, that's enough about the pen for now. We'll continue to talk about it as I keep playing around. But the first thing on my list of things to talk about here would be, since Eric is building Lego, what is on your Lego wish list right now?
My Lego wish list.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff has come out recently, and so I figured we could talk about it a little bit.
Well, Lego just not announced, but they just came out with the Tyrannosaurus Rex full skeleton. It's like, I think it's like yay big, so about 3
from like tail to
feet.
tip.
Yeah, tail to tip is about 3.5 feet. That, I think that's definitely on my wish list. The Venerator, that's the giant $600 giant spaceship.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars spaceship. That's on the wish list. The McLaren P1 that came out, I think, at the end of last year. That's also on the wish list. The F1 Speed Champions, that's on the wish list. They came out with, and I know for sure it's the Red Bull F1 car, the big one, like the one I built last time, the Mercedes. That's on there. Mm-hmm. Then they came out, I don't remember if it was the Red Bull one first or if it was the red one, which I think is Shell. Which one came out first, but those are both on there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't talked about. We have a whole wish list going on Lego.com, and I know I have a bunch of stuff on there, but yeah, those are the ones that come to mind right now.
So Lego does like a Star Wars drop for May 4th, like May the 4th be with you, you know? But I'm wondering if this year we're going to see a diamond painting drop from DAC from Star Wars as well for May 4th, because Diamond Art Club now licenses with Disney. And they've already come out with a couple things from Star Wars, but they were only like small projects. Like I think they came out with some of those pop-up greeting cards. I think that might have been the only thing that I remember seeing that had Star Wars stuff on it. But like, I think if I had to make a prediction, I bet you we see like a full, like large canvas drop of Star Wars in May. Again, I'm just speculating, but I would think that would be a big win for them if they did it for May the 4th, because that's like a big Star Wars fandom thing. Hopefully, we've been trying to save all of our Lego points all year for the Venerator for Eric, because it is like super expensive. But Lego, similar to like other diamond painting companies, actually has like a really good rewards program for points, and so we've been pretty much saving points since I would say since like Black Friday of last year, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm always yawning in these videos now, because every time I film these on Sundays, I'm just like so tired from the weekend and stuff. So what day is it? It's currently Sunday, the 23rd of March. And we had a really fun day yesterday. We went to a soccer field. Actually, one of my friends, or our friends, Sam, he is super into soccer, but when he moved to Florida from Colorado, he obviously had to like kind of refine fields that he liked, and he's trying to decide if he wants to join a team or whatever. And so, because he played for a city team when he was in Colorado with his friends, and so he found these fields by us. It was like only 30 minutes away?
Yeah.
It wasn't that far. But they were AstroTurf fields, and they were really, really nice. I thought they were great.
Yeah.
And very well kept. And yesterday was like the most beautiful Florida day. It was like sunny and 75, right? Like the whole day. Yeah. It was so nice to be outside and not feel like you were just dripping sweat just standing there. And so like we got there around like 9 o'clock, and then we played soccer for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But then I had to go. Oh my gosh, I didn't even show you. I got my nails done. Look how cute. They're sprinkles. I got sprinkles for my birthday, but I like that they were like subtle birthday, because my birthday's next week. So I was like, I want to get something that's cute for my birthday, but I don't want it to be like so birthday that they're going to look weird when my birthday's over. But yeah, sprinkle nails, super cute. So I had a nail appointment at 11 o'clock yesterday. So we went to the fields, we played soccer pretty much all morning. And then we went, Eric and I drove together. So he drove me to my nail appointment. And then all of my friends showed up to the same shopping center after like changing and stuff. And then we met up to go get lunch. And what did we have for lunch? Moe's.
Yeah, we had Moe's.
We went to Moe's. That hit the spot. I was like ravenous after running around in the field all morning. So we had, I got my nails done. We had Moe's for lunch. And then we went swimming, which was really fun. Although the water was frigid. Oh my gosh. They made me get in the water. He didn't get in the water at all.
I'm not dumb.
Are you saying I'm dumb because I got in the water?
I just knew it was going to go ahead and be cold. So.
He said I'm dumb because I got in the water. You heard
no,
it
you were
first.
you were peer pressured.
I was not peer pressured. I wanted to go in.
They had your niece walk up to you and be like, Titi, get in the water with me. How is that not peer pressure?
Okay, they wanted me to come in the water, but also I would have gotten in the water because I'm the type of person where like I'm not going to go to the pool and not get in the water.
I had my feet in the water. I was in the water.
Listen, I can't, like, I am a water person. Like, at the beach, I literally throw my stuff down in the sand and I run to the ocean. I don't like laying out. Like, I'm not one of those girls who just, like, lays on a lawn chair for 8 hours and, like, bakes in the sun. That is, like, awful to me and so boring. I would rather go sit in the water and talk and hang out and just, like, be in the water. So, even though it was freezing, the girls were already in the water, and I was like, all right, well, if y'all got in the water, I'll get in the water. Because, like, I put my bathing suit on, I put sunscreen on, I did the whole thing. I'm like, why did I do all this and come here if I'm not going to get in the water? You know what I mean? So I got in the water, and I was playing with the kids, and it was fun, and we hung out for a little while, and then we went back to Sam and Kelly's apartment, because that's where we were to go into the pool. We went to their pool. And when we went back upstairs, we took showers, we dried off, whatever. And then once Cynthia's husband, Tyler, got there because he works on Saturdays. So once he got off and came over, we all went to dinner and we had barbecue. And it was really good.
Yeah, it was actually very good.
What was your favorite? He got like a sampler platter. What was your favorite thing?
I really liked the pork.
Yeah.
That was really good. The country style rib was good, but it was huge.
Yeah.
So I did not finish that because I had gotten in the platter the chopped beef, chopped pork, the rib, and a quarter of a chicken, dark chicken.
It's so funny to like quantify. Like, I got a quarter of a chicken.
Yeah, chicken was good. The skin was like super crispy.
I should have tried some of the skin. I always like anytime we have like a big meal where there's like a turkey, like a Thanksgiving turkey, or like whenever there's skin involved, like I'm always like grabbing and running with the skin because it's so delicious. I love to eat it like just by itself. Yeah, and then after we finished up eating dinner, we went back to the house and we were gonna be playing D&D, but our DM wasn't feeling very well, so we had brought our Magic the Gathering cards with us just in case. So we ended up playing a couple rounds of that, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna play again on Monday, tomorrow, because our friend Tyler, he actually has to drive down to go in office for work, and so he's actually going to be gone overnight from Sunday to Monday, and he doesn't typically like to play that. He doesn't like Magic, so we'll hang out with Cynthia and Sam and we'll play Magic together, and Kelly, right? Because Kelly will be off. Yeah. So we'll be having some fun on Monday night after work playing Magic. And then we'll see what the rest of the week takes us leading up to my birthday. But it should be a fun week. I'm excited. I feel like I'm already exhausted, but I feel like I just live in a constant state of exhaustion at this point. It's pretty normal. Do you feel that way? I feel that way.
Yeah. Why I drink so much caffeine.
Exactly. Well, and leading up to this weekend, so one of the main reasons I wanted Eric to be part of this video is because we had a situation happen. What day did it start? Was it Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday of last week, a week from today of the day that you're viewing this video, things went down. And so I felt like Eric told the story the best, and so I wanted him to be here so he could explain to you the air conditioning saga that we experienced over the last week. So please begin, sir.
So Wednesday I was working from home. Shocking because I never get to do it.
Right. We were both here working from home.
Yeah, and I'm sitting at my desk and I'm thinking to myself, wow, it's really hot in the house.
Meanwhile, I'm freezing.
Yeah. No, I asked her and she's like, no, I'm cold. I'm like, all right, well, here I am. Male menopause, is that a thing?
No.
But anyways, I go and I look at our AC unit because I hear that it is going. I hear that the fan is blowing. I hear it's going. And it's not blowing cold air. And I'm like, okay, I've seen this happen before. I know what the cause is. Like, I know what we need to do. So I immediately call our people, and I run outside, and I look, and I see that our external unit is not working. I'm like, okay, that
we have like a service that does like air, electric, and plumbing.
Right.
So we call them when we have an issue with any of those things.
Right. So I immediately call them and I explain to them the situation, and they're like, okay, we can have someone come out to you today. So the guy comes out and he looks at it and he's like, okay, so it looks like a lizard got onto your what is it, condenser, I think he said it was, or something. No.
Was it on the circuit board or?
No, it wasn't on the circuit board. I can't remember what it was, the part. It was a cylinder part. I can't remember what the name of the part is. And I don't fully understand how this ended up happening, but he was like, a lizard got onto this part and got fried. The part itself still works. However, because the lizard fried itself, it shorted out the board. So
he had a picture of the lizard. We're not going to share it with you because it's really gross, but like we have a picture of the lizard like straight up dead on this air conditioner.
Yeah, and he was like, you know, the board, the internal unit, meaning our HVAC system on the inside, is sending the signal for the external unit to turn on, but the board for the external unit is not receiving it. So I was like, okay, what are my options here? Well, we can replace the board, but the supplies warehouse is closed right now because this is at 6:30 at this point, and they close at 4:30. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So he says, I'm going to go ahead and give you a call in the morning, Thursday morning, between 8 and 9, and let you know what the deal is, whether we have the part or not, and if I can come out to replace it. I was like, okay. So...
Which meanwhile, I had already... So this past week was spring break for a lot of people. And so Cynthia had asked me if I could watch the twins on Thursday because they were on spring break, but Cynthia and Tyler still had to work. So I was like, yeah, I actually have that day off because I get one day off a week. I was like, I'll watch them. You know, Tyler can drop them off at the house and I'll watch them here. But because the air conditioner was broken and the guy couldn't come until Thursday, I didn't want the kids to not have air conditioning, obviously. So I decided I was going to go to watch the kids at Cynthia's house so I could just be there and they could be in their normal environment. And then he was going to work from home again to deal with the people.
So the guy calls me Thursday and he's like, okay.
In the morning, right?
Yeah, in the morning. And he's like, okay, it's like 8:30 in the morning. He's like, okay, so I've got good news and bad news. And I'm like, okay, what's the good news? He's like, the good news is that we can fix it. I said, okay, what's the bad news? Bad news is the part that we need isn't available for 3 weeks. And we live in Florida. Yeah. For all you Floridians out there, you know it's hot.
Oh, yeah.
It is very hot.
Even if you're not from Florida, you know it's hot.
So...
Swampy hot.
I told the guy there's no way we can be without AC for 3 weeks. Like, that's impossible. Not in Florida. We're getting ready to start heading into the hot weather season. Like, no,
we're not
doing that.
What always makes me laugh is like that they even suggest that. Like, how does an air condition company from Florida even suggest, like, oh, like we can order the part, it'll be here in 3 weeks? Like, how do they even think that that's like oh, okay?
Because some people say yes.
You're about to knock. Yeah. Just be careful. Here, can I stack them for you?
Sure. Some people say yes to that stuff. That's why. But, anyways. I'm like, no, that's not happening. We're not going 3 weeks without air conditioning. Like, what are my other options here? And he's like, well, the other thing that we can do is I can call my manager.
What's helping you?
He was like, the other option that we can do is I can call my manager and see if we can bypass the board. And I'm like, okay. Because what it'll do is if we bypass the board is it'll just constantly run, which, not great, but we'll have AC. The electric bill will go up by like, I think he said like 5 or 6 cents or something like that per like 2 minutes or something. I don't know. It was some conversion was about.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah, he gave me the math about it. I was like, just find out if we can bypass the board and let's go from there. And he's like, the other option is that you can buy a whole new unit. And I was
whole new inside and outside air conditioning unit.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. He's like, we can have someone come out there today to quote you for the replacement, and the quote will be free. I was like, all right, just send the guy out. Let's just see what he says. At this point, I'm more concerned about us having air conditioning.
Meanwhile, I'm at Cynthia's house already with the kids. They're like hanging upside down from the ceiling, and every like 30 minutes or so, he's calling me with like updates about what's going on. So like, my brain is like, my brain is freezing.
Yeah. So they go ahead and send the guy out. The AC tech calls me back and is like, hey, I spoke to my manager. He says I can't bypass the board because the way that the board runs is, they would essentially be bypassing the board to have the power go to the circuitry that has it on all the time. I don't understand it, but I was like, okay. He said that the way that the board was wired, all the power runs to the board, so there's no way to bypass it. I was like, okay, so my options here are wait 3 weeks or buy a new unit. And I was like, okay, well, waiting 3 weeks seems like a lot. Let me call the actual manufacturer. So
we're not Band-Aid people. Like, if this circuit board was something that was going to continue to happen, how old is this machine?
7 years.
7 years. It was new when we bought the house. So it's like, normally air conditioning units last way more than 7 years. But also, like, if this is now a problem, like, we don't want to have it keep happening over and over and over again where we're constantly having to buy this part.
Yeah. So I go ahead and I call the manufacturer themselves, Train, and I'm like, okay, this is what's going on. This is the part I need. First, the guy on the phone was like, well, I can't sell it to you. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't need you to sell it to me. I need you to tell me if you have it or not, because I'll have my AC guy go out and get it. And he's like, oh, okay. So I go ahead and I give him the serial number. I give him the part. And he's like, yeah, this is on like super back order. We're like 4 to 6 weeks out on this. And I'm like, that is not what I was told. So I was like, all right, thanks for letting me know.
They could have like sellers on a priority list.
I
know, but yeah.
So I go ahead and I call my dad to be like, hey.
At my demand. I was like, call your father!
Well, yeah, so before I call my dad, the guy that's supposed to give me the quote to replace the unit comes out. And we're talking, whatever, and he's telling me about the different options. And we talk about the ones that they sell with. They only work with 2 manufacturers. They only work with, a Goodman, which is the budget option. Or the other one is Daikin, which I've never heard of. Yeah. And he was like, these are the only ones that we really work with. These are the only ones that we're licensed to install. So,
they can repair
Right. They can repair other units from other companies.
They can't sell.
They don't install or sell other ones.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And he goes ahead and tells me the price. Now, this is where I call Ashley and she loses her mind. But the price for...
Aren't you glad I did, though? What if I had been like, sure, babe, whatever?
Well, then we would have had a new AC unit, but...
For how much?
So the price, if we paid cash that day, for the top-of-the-line Daikin, which is the preferred brand between the two, because the Goodman was just... It's the budget option. My family's very heavy-duty. We don't do anything budget. We go for the biggest,
it's budget for a reason.
Yeah, it's usually budget for a reason. So we go ahead and we look at the Daikin one, and it's 3.5 tons, which is big enough. And
well, did you explain about how this one's too small?
So that's what I was getting to.
Sorry.
So it's 3.5 tons. So that covers 1,700 square feet and up. Our unit currently is only 3 tons, which is only good for up to I think like 1,500 square feet, which is not enough for our house. So when Ashley and I talked about it originally, we were like, we need to, when we do eventually have to replace the unit, we have to get one that's bigger to make our house feel cooler, because the unit that we have is too small.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3.5 ton, which was top of the line, had all the warranties. It had like a 12-year parts and 12-year labor warranty. So it was good for the life of it. Plus, was if we paid cash that day, $13,000. It was like $13,086.
I was like, over my dead body.
It gets better, because then when I asked the guy about financing, because we're fine with paying the financing, it's just more money in our pocket.
But only if it's interest free.
Right. So I asked if they had interest free options. He said yes. We have 2. We have 12-month or 3. I'm sorry, 12-month, 18-month, or 60 months. And he said if you do the 60 months, they charge a fee. It's not interest. It's just a one-time fee that gets built into the price. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, what's the fee? $2,000. So I'm like, so if we financed for 60 months, it would have been $250 a month, because it would have been $15,000,
which was the price without cash.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, what's the payment if we did 18 months where there's no fee? $750, and you can imagine where the 12-month was.
I was like, there is no way that for the next 18 months I'm paying $750. Yeah. Like, that's more than our car payments.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no.
Yeah, so... Sorry, I'm digging for the next bag. Okay. So I call Ashley, and she's like, no, there's no way. Like, tell them to send you the quotes, call your dad, call Home Depot, call everyone. Like,
call the president, call everyone.
There's no way we're paying $15,000 for an AC unit. No. I was like, so I go ahead.
And I know nothing, by the way. Like, I'm not... He is definitely the person that I trust when it comes to, like, what's the best. Like, he'll do the research on, like, what unit is better than the other and, like, all that. But I'm the money, and I'm like, I do not authorize that purchase. That sounds way too high to me. And anybody should comparison shop. So it's not unrealistic for you to get a quote and then take that quote to someone else and be like, can you beat that? You know what I mean? Like, because everybody wants your business. That's like a... People fight for those types of sales. So I'm like, if we really need a new air conditioning unit, we're not going to just take the first offer that's given to us. Like, that's like a silly thing to do.
Yeah.
So
I call my dad. I call Home Depot first, and I'm like, hey, do you guys sell AC units? And if you do, would you be able to give me a quote? And the woman on the phone was like, well, we don't have any in stock, but we also can't give you the quote because we work through a third-party company. It's like ARS or something like that. And they are the ones that actually come out, measure everything out, and then give you the quote there. And I was like, okay, so you're not the one I need to be talking to. No. Okay, fine. I call my dad because I know that he just had his AC unit replaced.
He's like one of those dads that knows everything about everything. Like,
and he's from Miami, so
yeah.
Everyone knows everyone knows everyone for something down in Miami.
Yeah.
So I call my dad. I'm like, hey, you got your AC unit replaced recently, right? He's like, yeah. And I say, how big is, because it was for the beach house, which is about the same square footage as our house. So I was like, how much did you pay for it? So I paid like $6,200.
$6,200. The guy quoted us for $13,000.
Okay, we paid cash.
But yeah.
So he was like, why? What's going on? I explained to him what happened. He's like, no, don't pay that. Tell the guy to go away.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah.
So he has on speed dial because he just, like I said, Miami, and everyone in Miami knows people. He has his AC guy on speed dial. His name, ironically, is Eric, but he spells it with a CH.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the guy who installed my dad's unit in the Weston house
was Eric.
Is Eric with the CH, and then the guy who installed the AC unit in the beach house, his name is Val, and he was texting with Eric and Val just about what was going on, and they were like, oh yeah, no, the part's super easy to replace. Like, if we can go ahead and get it, like, Eric, meaning me, can just replace it on his own. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, did you tell them how much the part was?
No.
Okay. All right.
You're jumping ahead of me.
I'm just so fired up.
So I'm like, okay. So I go ahead and I also texted our neighbors because they had just gotten their unit replaced in
like a couple weeks ago.
No, it was in like early February, beginning.
It's March. I say
January.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, early February, beginning or end of January, somewhere in there.
It's a couple weeks ago.
And I texted them, like, how much did you guys pay? And they were like, oh, we went through this company and we paid this much. I was like, okay. So, and theirs was significantly more reasonable than what we were being quoted. So, I get on the phone with my dad, and he has me on the phone with his guy, Val. It's a Ukrainian guy, super nice.
Put you down.
He's explaining to me, like, all you got to do is get someone to bypass the board to get the power running for it. It'll be fine, nothing crazy. He says to me, they don't even have to be smart. They just have to know how to do it. And in my head, I'm like, that's not something I want to be hearing from the AC tech. That they ain't got to be smart to go ahead and do this.
I mean,
it's a little concerning, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I can get the board to you in 7 to 10 days, and it's $107. I was like,
$107.
The company that was going to go ahead and get it to me in 3 weeks was going to charge me $1,000, and that was with the discounts I got
and labor. That was the
part and labor. And he's like, no, it's 5 minutes to replace. You just literally unplug everything and you take a picture of it, unplug everything, and plug everything back in with a new board. I was like,
and it's $100 for the part.
$107. I was like, Jesus.
He didn't even charge you like shipping, right? Like that was
with shipping. I think that was everything.
Because you paid. Well,
yeah. So I go ahead and I tell him, okay. I call the company that my neighbors had gotten their quote from, because they were quoted for a brand new unit, and they sent over their specs with the quote. It was just almost the same exact thing. The only difference was that it was a Ream versus a Daikin. Same exact stuff that we needed for our house. It was a 3.5 ton unit, and they only got quoted like $8,000. I was like, okay.
No, for financing.
Yeah, well, no, $8,000 was the job. The financing option, or the cash option, is that they take away 3%.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is they didn't do that. So
they didn't, because it didn't.
But it was interest-free payments.
Yeah, interest-free payments for 18 months through Synocrity or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever.
But I was like, oh, well, that's significantly cheaper. I'd be happy to pay that versus 15 because I'm still saving $7,000.
Well, your monthly payment isn't $750.
Right. So I go ahead and I call them, and at this point it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've been on the phone with all these different people trying to figure out what to do.
And he has to come pick me up at 3:30.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what to do, and I'm still working while this is all going on.
Yes. I'm
still trying to do my job while all this is going on too. So I go ahead and I call their company, the neighbor's company, and they're like, we can get a tech out between 2 and 4. I was like, okay, whatever. And the AC's off in the house. The only thing that's going is the internal unit, the HVAC, because just to circulate some air, and that's it.
And the fans.
Yeah, and the fans. That's the only thing keeping me cool and being downstairs, because my downstairs is significantly cooler than the upstairs. So I'm like, okay, 2 and 4. So the guy gets there. He actually gets there at 2 o'clock exactly, which worked out great. And he goes and he comes to the door. I tell him everything that's been going on. I explain to him everything that the first guy told me about how the lizard shorted this and how the board's not receiving it. And
what did he say when you said the lizard?
He was like, oh, okay. And he just goes to the back and looks at and takes it off the panel from the outside unit. And he's looking at it. He's touching things, looking at it, just corroborating what I told him, which, is what he's supposed to be doing. And he goes ahead and he's just checking all the connections and everything. And he's like, can you do me a favor and just turn the power on? Because we had turned the breaker off so that way he could work on it. Can you hit the breaker so that way the power comes back? I'm like, yeah. So I go inside, I turn the power back, I hit the breaker so that way it's getting power again. And I go outside and it's on. It's working. And I look at him and I'm like, this hasn't been working since yesterday. What did you do? And he said, nothing. I just checked the connections, make sure everything was plugged in all the way, and when you turn the power on, it kicked on.
I'm like, you're telling me that the first guy didn't think to turn it on and off again?
So, but then in his defense, he was like, it might be working intermittently. Let's just turn it off. Like, make it so that way the HVAC isn't inside giving it the signal. So it'll turn off the outside unit and the inside unit, and then lower the temperature again. So that way the outside unit has to turn back on. And let's see if that works. And I was like, okay, so we go ahead and we do that, and it kicks back on. And we do it a couple more times, and it still kicks on every time. And he's just like, yeah, I mean, at this point, it might be working intermittently. It might be fixed. I honestly can't tell you, because I was able to see when the power was off what the other guy was talking about.
I'm sure when the lizard jumped in and fried itself, a safety switch triggered, so it shut it off, and then, like...
I don't know, but...
That's my guess.
I tell the guy, just just give me the quote to replace the unit. He's like, what kind of unit do you want? I'm like, give me the ream. My dad has it. He says it's a great unit. Give me the ream. You know, this is what I need it to be. And he says, okay. And he quotes me right at the same amount as my neighbors at $8,000. And I was like, cool. And we talked about the financing options. And he was like, yeah, you can do this or you can pay in cash. And, you know, you get 3% off. And I was like, okay. So we talked about it.
And we got a discount for the referral, too.
Yeah,
For being the second opinion.
Yeah, because we called him as a second opinion. So he's like, I'll give you a discount for that, too. And I was like, cool. So we go ahead.
Which that's a really cool discount. If you guys should ask about that. If you ever need to get a second opinion and you go with the second people, see if they have a discount for using them as the second opinion. Because I had never heard of that before. Had you?
No, but so I said, okay. He leaves. He's like, the quote's only good for 30 days, but if you call maybe a couple days after the 30 days, they'll still honor it. You know, they're nice like that in the office. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. So he sends it to me, and then we have AC. So we have AC, and now it's the salesman from the first company had told me when he left that he was going to call me on Friday just to check in, see if we had come to a decision on anything, and go from there. So I was like, cool, whatever, if you want to call me, that's fine. So Friday at like 6 o'clock, we had just finished eating dinner, and I get a call from this number that I don't recognize.
Was it before we went to the gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get a call from this number I don't recognize, so I immediately send it to voicemail. I'm like, I'm not answering this phone number. And I normally whenever it's spam call, they don't leave a voicemail. No, this one did, and I listened to it. It was the guy. It was the salesman.
Calling from his personal phone.
Yeah, he called me from his personal number, and I'm like, that's weird, but okay. So he calls me from the personal number. He's like, hey, just want to check in. You know, did you guys come to a decision? I was like, yeah, actually, we don't need the replacement anymore. And he's like, why? What happened? I explained to him what the second guy did, and he just kind of sits quietly on the phone for a second to like just process everything that I've just told him. And he's just like, well, I'm glad that it's working, but I'm sorry that we can't, you know, conduct the sale. Can you just like run this through me again so I can make sure I'm fully understanding? And I tell him what happened, and he's like, that's not something that should have happened. We should have been able to pick up on that. This is not the kind of company that we are. If what you're telling me is that it was just a possible
when he said that, was
connection.
he talking about Cornerstone or about the company he works for?
Cornerstone is
the
company
he was
for
Cornerstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, that's just not the kind of company we are. Like, we're very straightforward with that kind of stuff, and checking for a loose connection should have been one of the first things we did. So I'm going to go ahead and call my supervisor and loop them in on this and let them know what happened, because you being told that your other option is to buy a new unit shouldn't have been the first option.
Line of defense.
Like, it should have been like, check the connections, make sure everything's working right.
Turn it off and on again.
Right, like, do all that first, and then, you know, if it's still not working, maybe buy a new unit. And I was like, if you want to call your supervisor, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. That's entirely on you. At this point, I'm just glad I got AC. Like, I'm cool with it.
Well, and then he also was like, he asked Erica if you paid for anything.
Right, and he said, you know, did they charge you when the AC tech came out? And I was like, yeah, they charged me the $49 for the emergency fee, which I knew they were going to do because they told me on the phone when I called. And he said, okay, well, we're going to credit that back to you because you shouldn't have paid that. That's not acceptable. And my supervisor's probably going to call you on Monday just to corroborate everything and just to figure out, and just to, you know, talk to you about everything that happened and apologize and all. And I was like, cool, I'll take my money back.
But, like, can you believe that we almost got swindled into $13,000+ for a new unit because somebody didn't unplug and replug in that circuit board? That, to me, was just... I was like, that's so scary to me because, like, obviously, like, I'm a little bit hard when it comes to, like, if we're making bigger... What's wrong with everything? Okay?
No, I'm just...
Are you trying to look at the number on the...
Yeah, that's what we have it at.
Yeah, he's paranoid. He, like, texts me every day, like, can you tell me what the thermostat number is?
Well,
I'm like,
also, I have to get my wheels.
Oh, okay. Well, he also was checking the thermostat now because he's paranoid. But anyway, like, the fact that, like, someone, like, we called for help, we had to pay for emergency help, and then they were trying to be like, you need to buy a brand new machine when the machine is only 7 years old, and literally all they had to do was unplug the circuit board and replug it in, and it, like, fired up instantly. And it's been working ever since, like, knock on wood, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, it crushes me inside to think that, like, other people probably would have just bought the unit because they were like, well, I guess we have to. Like there's so many people who aren't informed shoppers or homeowners, and they get intimidated by these salespeople, and they're just like, well, they're telling me I need it, so I need it, and they just like assume everyone has good intentions. Granted, the salesperson seemed like
he was pushy for the sale, but like
once he realized like the sale wasn't necessary, he was upset for us.
Yeah,
because like he wanted the sale, but also like, could you imagine?
Yeah, the salesman was super nice. He's very knowledgeable about AC units. Like, you could definitely tell based on how he was talking about them. And he's kind of like the same way that Ashley is a nerd about diamond paintings. He's the same way with like AC stuff. But he was a super nice guy about it, and was like, yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and just have this addressed because this should not have.
Well, and what a waste of time for him to come to a house thinking they really needed a new AC unit, and he was potentially going to get a sale, and then like to find out that it was like turn it on and off again, and it works.
Yeah.
And so that guy, the first guy, wasted his time because he came out here and was like, he was here for how long with you? The sales guy.
The sales guy was here for like an hour and 45. No, an hour and a half.
That's like a lot of time when you're a salesman. So it's like, trust me, my dad, he used to sell term like, what is it called? Like pest control. Yeah. Or like, but it was specifically like a termite company. And so like when he was doing that, if somebody's like kind of yanking your chain a little bit, and then it's just like, it's a waste of time if your company isn't working together to feed you like legitimate leads. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to waste your time at a house for 2 hours when that person's never going to buy anything, or they actually don't need it. It's like someone needing something and then choosing not to get it because they can't afford it. That's different than someone who, like, something breaks, they can afford to fix it, but they're wanting to upgrade. But like, come to find out, like, they never should have needed to be offered that option because it was just like an unplug replug situation. Like, that to me is so insane. So, I mean, if you ever have to have housework done, I pray that you have people in your life that can help steer you in the right direction, or like be a bulldog for you if you can't be a bulldog for yourself. Because like, I totally respect that some people just don't have the like, I don't know, that in them to just say no. Like, I know some people are very sensitive and whatever, and I'm a pretty sensitive person too, but when it comes to like our money and our savings, I am like, you really can't convince me of much. Like, buying our house was a little different because it was going to be our home, and like, we really do intend to stay here. But like, cars, air conditioning, hot water heater, anything that's like an appliance or like a vehicle, like, I have no emotional attachment to that. Like, I will get the lowest price possible because you can't get my heart wrapped around something like that. I don't have feelings towards it. Like, I will walk because I know I can find this somewhere else cheaper for the same quality. You know what I mean? Like, if you let your emotions get attached and they can see that, you already lost. Like, they're gonna use that against you. So I hope you guys have someone in your life that can negotiate those things for you, because people get really aggressive sometimes in the sales process, and it's intimidating. And so, yeah. But anyway, that was our air conditioning saga, which then led into our windshield wiper saga. Because when it rains, it pours. Go ahead.
So we were driving...
Yesterday.
It was yesterday. We were driving home. I think we were driving home from...
Dinner?
Lunch. No, it was lunch. And, driving around, a rock flew up and hit the front of Ashley's car.
But this is like the third rock that we've actively heard it hit the car and be like, oh, that's probably something.
Yeah.
Like,
fortunately, the other two did not turn into anything.
Well, the one hit right next to the other one.
Yeah, but it just left a chip, and that's fine. I wasn't like...
It was still a crack.
It wasn't cracked. It was a chip. It's different.
Whatever.
So we go ahead and we get home, we change to the pool, and as we're coming back out, I look at the front of her car, I look at the windshield, and I see the crack, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so big. Where did it hit?
It was like at the bottom of the windshield.
Yeah, it hit to where we couldn't really see it because it was underneath where the windshield wipers were, like where they sit resting on the windshield. And I was like, son of a gun. I'm not gonna say the other word.
Please don't.
So I go ahead and we look at it, and I'm watching it grow. It doesn't grow that much though, which is good. So I'm like, okay.
Have you looked at it today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we took your car today.
I didn't. Yeah, but I didn't look at it.
So I had to call Progressive today to get them to schedule to come out. And because normally they just come out and replace it. Like, that's what they've done for all of our cars with the
Safelite, yeah.
Like, they work with Safelite to do it. Well, apparently, because Ashley's car is so high-tech, now we have to go to a place to have them replace the windshield because they have to recalibrate the cameras for her safety features.
Thunder's a bougie girl. What do you want from her?
Yeah,
she has needs.
So yeah, now Ashley has to go on Friday to take the car because I can't because I have to be in the office because I have meetings in the mornings on Friday. So I can't take the car, so she has to go on Friday now to take her car to get the windshield replaced.
It's just the day before my birthday. Casual. Just gonna be me sitting. Oh, and also, they were like, by the way, the closest place that does these very specific type of repairs is 30 minutes away from you. And your appointment's at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we don't have a drop-off thing available, so you will have to sit there for the entire repair. And it will take approximately 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So what diamond painting should I bring?
One of your minis to keep
going with. Well, okay, so I'm debating. I'm like, should I bring one of my... Like, should I kit up a new mini? Because I don't have any minis kitted up right now because I finished my paint gem ones. Or should I bring Rudy Baby with me?
Whatever's going to be easier to pack and unpack.
Well, Rudy Baby's right there packed.
But yeah, whatever's going to be easier to pack and unpack.
So when I finished my paint gem minis, because I was working on those over the weekends to get them done, I finished them already. And I was like, oh, should I just go ahead and kit up another mini right away into my Forever Young system, which is like right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's underneath the Diamond Art Club thing. It's right there. I was like, I could just kit up another mini right away and just continue to have a mini going. But then I thought about it, and originally I wanted to move Rudy Baby, which was my Saturday kit, into my main whip rotation because I wanted to get it done a little bit faster than I would if I was only working on it on Saturdays. But then I was like, well, maybe instead of... Because once I kitted up this Alice and Roses kit, I was like, I need to do the first row right away because I'm dying to work on it. So this this actually skipped Rudy Baby in line to be worked on. I should be working on Rudy Baby right now, but again, I just could not resist my first Margaret. So I'm working on this row, but I'm probably going to finish this row today or tomorrow, to be honest. Like, once I, like, get going. I'm already, like, halfway done with this row. So once I'm finished with this row, I am going to do a row of Rudy Baby. Like, I'm for sure going to do that. But then I was like, well, maybe I just don't kit up another Saturday kit, and I just work on this one on Saturdays and during the main rotation, just so I can really get it done faster. And then I can, when Rudy Baby is done, I can then kit up another small shop kit into a larger container system. And then I can also kit up a new small project for Saturdays. So I'm really just trying to get that one done as fast as I can. So I figured doing it on the weekend and doing it during, like, its rotation week will be good. But once Rudy Baby is done, like I said in another video, I'm sure at some point, I'm going to, the next thing that will go in a storage system is going to be a small shop, regardless of size. And then my weekends, my Saturdays, when I go to my friend's house, instead of bringing, like, a larger diamond painting, I'm going to bring something like a paint gem, a pretty little gem, a mini dazzle, some small project, something like that. But the other thing that I kind of have to think about is Seattle. Because we're going to Seattle in 2 weeks, which I told you guys last time, Eric's coming with me. Are you so excited?
Mm-hmm. I get time off.
He's excited because he gets time off. I'm excited because my darling husband gets to come on a break with me.
Uh-huh.
He never comes to any of my work trips anymore because his job is just, like, so hard to get time off. And, like, the last time he came to a work trip with me was Las Vegas. Right? Vegas was the last time you did a work trip with me?
Yeah, well, one of yours, because you come with me in a couple months.
Well, yeah, I go to his easier because, number one, his are always in Orlando, so it's not even far. And I only have to work in office 2 days a week, so, like, I can navigate my office days around. But you haven't gone this year anywhere.
No, there's one coming up in September that I imagine I'm going to.
Are you even going to be in town because of Alaska?
It might be October.
I was gonna say
it was in September last year because I'll never forget because I was on the committee. I wasn't a part. I'm sorry, not the committee. It was the subgroup for one. Yeah, that's one of the subcommittees for the committee that was hosting it, and they were talking about. We were a part of the subcommittee because they were talking about how to like triage stuff for litigants and all that. It was a whole thing, and they were like,
related to family law.
Yeah, and they kept harping for us to not forget when this conference was because it was on September 11th.
I mean, how could you forget that?
Yeah, and I was like, well, all right, I'm not gonna forget that.
Nope.
So.
And you would be gone September 11th this year.
Yes, because we're going on our thing,
right,
but
right.
I don't know. I think they moved it. I think the conference entirely moved from September to October. I don't 100% remember.
I mean, not a terrible idea. I don't know that they want to continue to host their conference on such a sad holiday.
Yeah.
Or sad, not holiday, but like sad Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
But anywho. So Eric is going to be going to Seattle with me, and I'm struggling on what to do because if I'm still working on Rudy Baby at the time, which I probably will be, I'm like, well, that might be a great kit to bring to Seattle because then it'll have all my attention and I'm going to be there from Monday through Thursday. But that kit is probably too big to work on the plane. Like, I don't think I'm going to have a fun time working on that while on the plane. So I was thinking, like, maybe I put that in my bag. Like, I pack Rudy Baby to do in the hotel, but then I bring something on the plane.
Yeah, you can do that.
Does that sound like too many? Like, is that, like, too much? Because the plane is going to be, like, we're going to be traveling for, like, 9 hours Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Gotta make sure to download a good show.
A couple good shows. Or episodes, at least. But it'll be fun. We're flying Southwest, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one that booked it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, because we've been talking a lot about Southwest lately. That's just such a bummer. They're changing their bag policy, I guess. Do you know when it goes into effect?
No.
At some point this year, I think, Southwest is going to start charging for checked bags. And I'm just like, why? You were such a good airline. You were budget friendly, but you were also like, I wasn't afraid you were going to fall out of the sky. And you let people choose their own seats, and you let people fly with 2 checked bags for free, and it was great. And why? Like, why? It's not a luxury experience in the air, but you're not paying for that, so it's okay. Like, I have never heard of someone complaining about their Southwest flight experience because they weren't comfortable enough, considering they paid like $150 for their ticket. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that we were able to get, like, decent tickets to go to and from Seattle, all the way over there. Well, Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
Not California.
Yeah,
but Seattle, Washington. All the way on the West Coast. There's one layover both ways. But, like, I can't remember, but, like, we spent, like, I think your tickets were, like, $500.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then mine get reimbursed from the school because it's a work trip for me. So for the two of us to be able to fly to Seattle and only pay like $500 and have 2 free checked bags each, which obviously we're not going to need 4 checked bags for, like, that's ridiculous. We're not going to actually do all that, but the fact that it's available makes me happy. Because actually, I don't know. We're not, I don't know what airline we're flying for Alaska. It's definitely not, like, an American airline, I don't think. I think it might be something Canadian. I don't know. But it'll be interesting. I'm trying to not overpack in my mind, but also, like, I'm a creature that likes their comforts. So I'm just like, I don't know, like, I probably will bring 2 different diamond paintings because that way one can just be dedicated to in my plane backpack and it just lives in there and, like, it is what it is. But then I'll have one that I can take out of my suitcase once we get there and I can just have it on the little desk that most hotels have, and I can just work on it at night and stuff. Because the conference is during the day, and then most of the evenings, like, we'll probably, like, go out to get dinner and stuff and, like, walk around a little bit. But the day that we're really going to have the most time to, like, have fun and explore is on Thursday. Because I think our flight's, like, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it should be good. But yeah, so I have to figure out what I want to do for that. And then also, like, if I can actually get Rudy Baby done in the next, like, month, then that's great. Whatever kits I brought with me into Seattle, I can always work on them on the weekends after that if Rudy Baby's done. It's just like, everything's kind of up in the air. Do you know what I mean? Let me see. Let me open up my little notes here to see what else we wanted to share. Oh, work update. So we did hire a new person to start on the team. So I know I was kind of keeping you guys up to date on how that was going. So we did conduct interviews, I think 2 weeks ago at this point. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago because it was on a Thursday and I was off last Thursday. So 2 weeks ago we did interviews. The interviews went really well, but we did select a top candidate. And so they will be starting on April 18th, which is kind of annoying because that's Good Friday. And he gets off Good Friday, but I don't.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I guess it doesn't matter that they're starting on Good Friday because it's not like the university is giving us the day off, but then Eric's going to be home that day. And so it's very rare that he and I are home at the same time and off. Like, sometimes he'll be home, but I'm off and he'll be working from home, or he'll be off because of some random holiday that the courthouse gives them, and then I'll be working or whatever. So we always have to, like, we're always, like, ships passing when it comes to, like, our federal holiday stuff. Which is weird. Normally you wouldn't think that was the case. But, like, don't you get, like, President's Day? Or did you get...
I don't think so. I don't think we got it.
We both got MLK.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get some of the Jewish holidays.
Yeah.
Which I don't get. And then, you get Good Friday and I don't get Good Friday. But we get Juneteenth and you don't.
Right.
So it's like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just weird. Again, if it's a federal holiday, maybe everyone should get it. But I guess Good Friday is not a federal holiday. Is it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if Good Friday is a federal holiday. I don't think... I doubt it is.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I doubt it is. But anyways. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited for that new person to start. And I've been just trying to, like, think through training and what that's going to look like, because I want to start giving them stuff to do as soon as possible, but I also don't want to, like, overwhelm them. But I am, and Eric can attest to this, like, I'm super burnt out. Like, I am very burnt out and I'm very tired, and I know that, like, obviously it's my responsibility to keep the ship afloat because, you know, it was my person that I had to replace, and so it's my job to make sure that work is still being done. But it's really hard to do, like, basically someone else's full-time job at the same time that you're trying to do your full-time job. And so I'm just really excited to finally have someone again that can do that full-time job, so I don't have to do it anymore. But it's going to take a lot of patience and training and getting them, you know, access to all the systems they need and and, you know, it's going to take a minute. But I'm hoping that once we get, like, into the summer, we'll be in a really good place, and we'll see where that takes us. But I'm very hopeful, which I kind of need it to work out because we do have so much travel plans happening in the fall that, like, I need to feel good about leaving my team for, like, I mean, the Alaska trip's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I need to feel good about leaving my team for, like, 2 weeks and knowing that, like, they can hold down the ship. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's really exciting. That is up and coming. So once they start and I do training and stuff, I'll keep you guys updated on, like, how that's going. But overall, like, it was a really great candidate and I'm really excited for them to join the team. Obviously, most of you know my birthday is next week on March 29th. I will be turning 33. I found out that your 33rd birthday is the Hobbit coming of age year, which I thought was amazing. So if I were a Hobbit, I would be having my coming of age, which is great. Eric won't tell me what we're doing.
No.
He's just a wealth of information. I'm like, so what are we doing?
Oh.
When are we going there?
Mm-hmm.
Are we eating?
Yes.
That's what I get. That's all I get. That's all I get to know. I get to know that I'm being fed and we will have merriment. Are my friends going to be there?
I mean, that's the plan.
Okay. That's something. My friends will be there and I will be fed. What is there an activity?
You will be active.
he's impossible.
You still married me. You still said yes. Remember that at the end of the day. You said yes after having been with me for how long? A couple years?
Listen, I would say yes again, but I need the details.
Yeah, well, you married me, and how good am I on details?
Clearly something's going on because everybody was acting super fishy yesterday. They were like, "Are you excited for your birthday?" And I'm like, "I don't know if I'm excited because I don't know what's happening, and I don't like not knowing what's happening." Are you guys like that too? Or do you guys actually enjoy it when people like hide stuff from you for celebratory events? Me personally, I'm like, I want to know so I can I can be excited knowing that that's what we're doing versus like this knucklehead who's like, I'm not going to tell you anything. And I'm like, great. I don't know what to wear. I don't know if we're going to be inside or outside. I don't know what type of food we're having. I don't know anything. I wish I knew all the things, but alas, all of my friends are big meanie heads and they won't tell me what's going on. So I'm just going to have to deal with that. I'm just going to have to figure it out as I go. But what I do know that I'll be doing is at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll be taking my car to the whatever place.
On Friday, not her actual birthday.
Not on my actual birthday, but on Friday morning, which I took the day off on Friday. Well, I didn't take it. It's just like
It's your day.
It's my day off. But Friday, I will not be working because it's the day before my birthday. And I will be going to the dealership or whatever the Safe Light place is. I have an 8 a.m. appointment, and then I'll be sitting there for 3 hours waiting for my car to be fixed. Hopefully, because I'm going in the morning, they'll be faster.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm hoping. So yeah, we'll be waiting for that to happen. And then when I come home, I might have to film something. I'm not entirely sure I remember, but I think I might have to film something when I get home that Friday. And then around 5 o'clock, my mom and my stepdad are going to come over, and we're going to celebrate my birthday with them the day before my birthday because my birthday is on Saturday, which is kind of like my friend's day. Like Saturday is always my day that I kind of like dedicate to hanging out with my friends because during the work week, I'm just so busy. The fact that I'm going to actually be playing Magic with my friends on Monday is a miracle. Like really, normally what I do is I film this video on Sunday and then I edit on Monday, but because I'm hanging out with them on Monday, I have to edit it on Tuesday and make sure it gets uploaded on Tuesday night, which is a lot because these videos are typically very long. So I'm going to do my best. But it's worth it. Like, you know, I'm one of those people who like, if a friend reaches out and like shows effort and wanting to like spend time with you, it would take a lot for me to say I can't because I don't want to turn people down because it's probably not real, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, if you turn someone down one too many times, they're going to stop asking. And like, I don't want that to happen. So not that that's the scenario I'm in, but again, it's the little evil demons in my head that say things like that. So, Monday will be fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Friday and having dinner with my parents. They're going to come over after work. We're having roast beef. My mom makes the best roast beef ever. Like, it was like my favorite meal growing up. She always made it for special occasions or my birthday or something special. So she's actually going to come to my house and cook it here, which is great. So she's going to come over, cook the roast beef. We're going to have mashed potatoes and broccoli with it. And then what are we doing for dessert?
You wanted anything bundt cake.
I'm so excited. Have you guys ever had it? I think I've talked about it in a previous episode or video. Maybe. Anything bundt cakes is literally like bundt cake, but they have them in various sizes. And so Eric and I recently got like the minis and we tried a bunch of different flavors and they were so good. I love red velvet, and so he's literally getting me a red velvet bundt cake, and then I think you're getting an assortment of the minis too, right? For if you guys want to try other flavors.
Yes.
So we'll have like a main one, but not everybody loves red velvet, so I wanted to make sure that there was stuff for people that didn't like red velvet. My mom and I will consume the entire red velvet cake by ourselves, though, so don't worry.
I was not.
Don't fret. My mom and I will unhinge our jaws to consume the red velvet cake without any issue whatsoever. But yeah, we actually, the last time Eric and I got bundt cakes from them, we got the minis, and I tried the carrot cake, and it was so good. It was delicious. And then, what kind did you get?
I got the snickerdoodle and the cookies and cream, which were both very good.
Yeah, so we're probably going to get an assortment of the mini ones, and then we'll get just like the one big one. That's like, basically it'll be my birthday cake. I was inspired by his mom, because when we went down for his mom's birthday, that's what they got for her. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a good idea and so small. It's like so easy, you know, like everyone just it's basically like a cupcake. You just grab it and go, and it was really good. And we have one really close to our house. So that's what we're doing on Friday. Then Saturday, again, it's a mystery. I have no idea what we're doing, but we're probably going to be doing something with our friends and eating dinner and hanging out. Normally we play D&D on Saturday. Are we playing D&D still?
No.
Okay, so at least I know that much. We don't have D&D on Saturday, which actually that's kind of crazy because we skipped this week and we're skipping next week.
Yep.
So I don't remember what our anniversary day is. It's April something.
Yeah, I don't either.
I have the book right here. These are my D&D notes. Let me see what the first date was, because this is how we figured out when our anniversary was.
Our D&D anniversary, guys. Not
yes.
ours. We know when ours is.
No, yeah. No, I didn't write a note about our anniversary. No, it's our D&D. 4/26.
Oh, so the end of April.
Yeah. 4/26/2024 was when we started this campaign with D&D, and so 4/26 of this year is actually like pretty much a month away. But it's a Saturday. So that's the one where we're going to get dressed up and all that.
Which I need to go find my stuff.
I know. Actually, I found a website that I have to show you. It's called like Holy Something. Mm-hmm. It keeps, of course, because, you know, the internet is always listening to you. We were talking about Renaissance things, and so it started showing me like clothing stores, online clothing shops that sell like Renaissance gear. So there was one that had guy stuff too, if you want to take a look at it, and it didn't seem overly priced.
Okay.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Probably not handmade like at the Ren Fair, but you know.
Whatever.
It's fine.
It's cheap, I'll take it.
Yeah. We can also look on Amazon for you too. We haven't really done that yet. I ordered a couple things which should be coming in this week, so we'll see. One of the things I ordered was a cape, and it already came in, and I'm obsessed with it, and I want to wear it around the house and like swoosh my cape everywhere, but I don't want to scare the cats, so.
I think they'll be fine. They'll get used to it.
Yeah. So that's coming up too, but yeah, this weekend is my birthday on Saturday. The stash videos are going up Friday the 28th, and then Saturday the 29th, and then Sunday I have another video that'll go up as well. So you guys are going to get 3 videos in a row, which is so rare from me. It takes a lot of effort, but I think it's really going to be worth it to celebrate. So I hope you guys like all 3 videos. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you guys will have videos to watch. And then March 31st is Monday, and that is the last live for Mini DP Madness, which I'm co-hosting with Courtney, Michaela, and Kara. So on Kara's channel, the Principal Painter, we will be going live at, I believe it's 6 p.m. Central, but we're sharing the live. So on March 31st, the Mini DP Madness crew will get together and announce the winners of our week 4 prizes, but then we'll also be giving away the grand prizes for the whole event, because it's like week 4 plus grand prizes. So March 31st, the first half of Kara's live will be dedicated to Mini DP Madness and kind of closing out that event. But then the second half of Kara's live is going to be kicking off Dakota-thon, which is Dakota Detweiler. It's a Dakota Detweiler themed event that's run by Kara and her other co-hosts. So if you're participating in Mini DP Madness and you also love Dakota Detweiler as an artist, there's a couple different companies that have carried Dakota in the past, and so that might be a really fun event that you want to participate in. So check out Kara's channel, The Principal Painter, if you want to learn more about the Dakota-thon, which will be kicking off for April, but the live will be March 31st to get everyone excited about the event. So that is coming up as well. Then, what else was I going to share? Oh, okay. So now kind of transitioning into like diamond painting stuff a little bit. So, as you know, as I've said many times, my birthday is next weekend. And my birthday is at the end of the month. So I was like trying to decide what I wanted to do as far as like diamond paintings. I have a couple diamond paintings on my wish list from some small shops, and I've been like debating like, should I get them now because they take a while to come in, and then I'll probably get them in at this time, and maybe I can work on one. Like I've been trying to like plan that out a little bit, because with Diamond Art Club, if you buy a kit on Saturday, it's usually showing up within 5 days to your house. So it's very different. Most of the small shops that I like to get from, like it takes a hot minute for them to get to you. But I actually was super good in the month of March, and I have like a ton of my budget left. I literally bought like maybe 4 kits, maybe 5 kits. I can't remember off the top of my head, but not as many as I have been in the past, because like I said, I've been like pretty good about buying down my wish lists from most places. But there are still a few companies out there that I haven't tried yet that I really want to try. One of them being the one with the diamond art. And specifically, I've been really wanting to buy my first Josephine Wall kit. It's on my diamond painting bucket list to work on a Josephine Wall. And right now, the only companies that I know of who sell Josephine Wall diamond paintings is the one with the diamond art and Diamond Painting Deutschland. My long-term goal would be to get one from each of those shops. So I want to get one from the one with the diamond art and one from Diamond Painting Deutschland. But I wanted to try the one with the diamond art first because I feel like it'll be more of a similar experience to what I'm used to with diamond painting, because it's a poured glue canvas. Diamond Painting Deutschland still does double-sided adhesive canvases, and almost every video that I've watched from someone working on a canvas from that shop has had to do some sort of like weird surgical things on their canvas because the glue sticks to itself, or there's rivers in the glue. And I just don't know that I'm going to love that experience. And I don't want my first Josephine Wall experience to make me upset about it. Not that I'm assuming I'm going to have a bad time with the Diamond Painting Deutschland kit. I want to become a little bit more advanced in my diamond painting. Like, I feel like if I've completed a Josephine Wall from the one with the diamond art with one image, then I could get a different image from the other shop, and then I can kind of see how the experience is compared. Obviously, I'm not going to get the same image twice, but at least the experience of completing a Josephine Wall, I can say, like, if I'm going to do a third Josephine Wall in the future, I would rather go with this company over this one because of my experience with the canvas, or the drills are better, or the gapping is better. You know, I don't know. I haven't purchased from the one with the diamond art, and I've not purchased from Diamond Painting Deutschland. So my goal is to eventually get a Josephine Wall from each. The one that I want to get from the one with the diamond art is, I think it's called the Moon or Moon Goddess. Oh, I always forget what it's called. Let me pull it up. I've been looking at it so much recently. The one with the diamond art. Let me go to my wish list. Oh my gosh, it's already in my cart. That's how serious I am. It is called Moon Goddess. So it's Moon Goddess by Josephine Wall from the one with the diamond art. I think the one that I want to go with is the 90 by 120 centimeter. That one seems like the best size. I could be wrong. I've never bought from them before. They give you a bunch of different size options, which kind of stresses me out a little bit, because I'm like, you tell me what's best. I don't want to have to guess and be wrong. But they do show you what the different renders look like for the different sizes. And so I did a lot of comparing back and forth with this particular canvas. And I think the 90 by 120 is going to be the best bet. So I'm going to do it in square. And it is a colored canvas. You also have the option to select a black and white canvas from the one with the diamond art, which I think is interesting. Almost like a mystery kit, so to speak. But I'm like, no. I want to see color. I want to see the colors that I have to lay down. It'll help me diamond paint faster. And obviously this canvas is going to come with probably close to 200 colors, if not more than that. And it's going to be humongous. So I really don't want to be messing with a black and white canvas on something this large. But yeah. I might be pulling the trigger next weekend. We'll see. But it's $184.
What?
I was just waiting to see if there was a reaction to that number.
It's part of your budget.
I know. Well, that's what I'm telling. That's also something that I'm like, why am I even waiting for next weekend? Like, I could just buy it now. Like, I am well under budget this month. But I did go over budget in January, so I also want to pay myself back for that.
Yeah, by like $100.
Yeah. I know. It'll be fine. I should just get it, right?
Just buy it. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Should I buy it right now on the video?
Go ahead.
Guys, are we going to buy my first Josephine Wall in this whippin' chat? There's and I qualify for free shipping, which is great because I'm pretty sure this company is based in the UK. I think. I could be totally wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong, but I think they are. Oh my gosh. I also popped, there's another cute kit that I wanted from them that was relevant to my birthday. It's called Cute Aries by Parente Illustration. It's $47 and I wanted it in a 50 by 50 round drills with ABs charted. You have the option to have ABs or pearlescent drills charted in the Josephine wall as well, but I want it to come to me plain Jane because if I want to upgrade that canvas, I want to make the decisions. I don't want them to just throw random special drills in there because right now Lizette from Lizette Crafts and Tells is working on a Josephine wall from the one with the diamond art, and she seems to be having a pretty good experience with it, but she did say that the special drill placement seems like random, not hand charted. The canvas itself is not hand charted anyway, but like you would think that if someone's going to put a special drill option, they would go in and place the special drills intentionally, which it doesn't appear that they did that, at least with the one that Lizette is working on. So that was really good information for me to have. So I think I'm going to order Moon Goddess with no special drills. And if I want to add special drills, clearly, as you can see behind me, I have a ton to choose from, or I can order from DP with Sparklers.
What, all this? What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
All right.
Yeah, so I have that to choose from, and then I can also order more if I need a specific DMC color. And then the other one, I rabbit trailed, but the other canvas in my cart right now is called Cute Aries by Parente Illustration. It's $47 for a 50 by 50 round with ABs charted. I thought that would be good because then I could buy a square drill from their shop and a round drill from their shop, and that will help me figure out, do I like the render? Do I like the drills?
All right, well, now you're going over budget.
No, I'm not. You're so annoying.
Yeah, but you remember, you said yes.
Again, that's his answer to everything. He's like, well, you said yes. I'm like, yeah,
you did.
But you're still nuts.
You accepted
I said yes to the nuts.
You accepted my craziness and still said yes. That's the crazy
my
part.
subtotal for this purchase will be $231.
Over budget.
Stop! It's not over budget. It's well under budget. Congratulations, you unlocked free shipping. Heck yeah!
Congratulations, you're over budget.
No, I want to throw something at this man.
Go ahead. Do it. Take me out.
Don't.
I'm tired.
Stop it. Okay. Of course, my credit card information is already saved. Show support.
It's almost like this isn't your first purchase. Is it something you're trying
It
to
is my first purchase from this shop. See, isn't it sad that like I'm getting free shipping, so I'm saving $20 from the free shipping. But like there's a spot to place a discount code or a gift card. Obviously I don't have a gift card, but like I'm almost like, man, I wish I had another
discount code? Yeah.
But I think I'm just gonna get it. Should I get it?
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, hold on. Okay, let me just look at everything really quick. Okay, that's my email. That's my address. Secured worldwide shipping. Oh, 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
But that might be the number of weeks I have to wait after it's created.
I mean, still.
We'll see what my confirmation email says. Payment method, that's correct. Guys, I'm going to earn $2.30 of shop cash. It's, wow. Super good. Okay. I just hit pay now. Oh my gosh, I just bought my first Josephine wall. Oh, sorry, that shook you. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I just did that! Yeah. He doesn't even realize what a big deal this is. He's like, who's J-Wall? I'm like, only the coolest diamond painting ever.
I know who J-Lo is.
I didn't say J-Lo, I said J-Wall. Okay, email me with news and offers. Well, yeah, I want news and offers. Because if I missed a sale, I'm going to be sad.
Don't worry, you've already saved our credit card information.
That's true. Let me see. I love how, like, at the bottom of your payment screen, it's like, continue shopping. Like, keep going. Like,
Please, make us more money.
Listen, if this Josephine wall hits, it's gonna be a thing.
Alright, so when do I have to start doing the blood transfusions?
You don't have to do blood transfusions. If you would watch my videos, then that would help.
Listen, I have on all the time your...
What? My what?
ASMR video.
That's true. We literally use that like sleepy time diamond painting video that I made, we use it every night to go to sleep. Like, no joke. I've actually been critiquing it a lot because we are trying to use it as like a wind down video for us to get in bed and go to sleep. The video, I think it went really well, but like, I want to, it's tough because you have to have some sort of brightness so that I can diamond paint, right? Like, I have to have it be bright for me to be able to see the symbols. But when you're turning off all your lights in the room and that video is on our big TV,
get you a headlamp.
It's very bright. Yeah, but I still think that on the TV that would show weird. Maybe I can lower the intensity of my light pad. Do you think that would help?
You can do that too.
Because the candle was good. Everybody said they really liked the candle. And I liked the candle when I was doing it. I liked the candle a lot.
Okay.
But the light pad, when you turn off all the light, if you play that video to go to sleep and you turn all your lights off in the room, the light pad makes the whole screen extremely bright because it's like shining straight into the camera underneath the diamond painting. So, but I had it on the highest setting. So maybe if I lower it to the lowest or the middle setting, it'll make it a little bit dimmer in video form. But we've watched it like a million times. Not a million, but we watched a lot.
A million.
Not a million. I cannot believe I just did that. I literally did not plan to do that today. My notes literally said, possibly buying my first J-wall for my birthday.
Surprise. We did it. We do a door dance if you wanted the door song. Loisimo, we did it! We did it! Yay!
Help me, please. Someone send help. Anyway, that's really crazy. I don't even know what to say that we just did that. So, okay, so apparently I've bought a Josephine wall. I have to now put that in my tracker.
Oh, yeah, what are we going to put for the tags?
Oh, my God. I'm still... Listen, they have... Wait. Yeah, they haven't seen that video yet, so don't say anything.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we won't. We're not going to talk about the stash video because they don't know about all that yet. But we'll talk about that after you guys have seen it. Okay, so on the way, can I scoot this out for just a second? I'm trapped a little bit. There you go. Oh, my back. Okay, so artwork title, Moon Goddess. Is Goddess 2 Ds? Let me go back. I wonder if it's still in my wish list, even though I bought it. No, I don't think so. Let me see. It is 2 Ds, by the way. Moon Goddess. Moon Goddess by Josephine Wall. Josephine. I know that there's a J-Wall event, but I think it might have already started. I think... I don't want to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it already started or it's starting very soon. So I don't know that I'll be able to participate this year, but maybe I should save my J-Wall and work on it next year during the J-Wall event. That could be fun. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should work on it like this year or should I wait? Because if the Josephine Wall event is next year around this time, that would be kind of fun to do it for my birthday. If it's a March thing. Or if it's an April thing, I mean, that's right after my birthday. It still counts. Diamond Painting Shop. The one with the diamond art. And this is my first purchase from the one with the diamond art. That's so exciting. Yee! Square drills. 90 by 120 centimeters. I'll have to figure out the inches later. This is definitely an extra large diamond painting. I don't think it gave me a diamond count. Let me go look at it. Here, let me go to shop. Sorry, I deviated from my whipping to purchase my first Josephine wall because Eric's a bad influence.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so you guys know, the base price for the Josephine wall is $98. If you get the 60 by 80 render, you could get that. I just wanted it to be a little bit more clear because again, this is a computer rendered image, so the bigger you go, the more organized it looks. So I just wanted to go, I didn't go the biggest. There was a 110 by 145 centimeter. That felt crazy. And I looked at the render back and forth between the 90 by 120 and the 110 by 145, and the 90 by 120 didn't look that much different. It'd be interesting to get it in rounds. I know Lizette did a round Josephine Wall as well recently from, I think it was Diamond Painting Deutschland. Okay, so it says, a Josephine Wall artwork, Moon Goddess, available in square or round drill. Kit contains canvas drills, standard pen, wax, tweezers, tray. Please note this is a high color kit and contains approximately 200 colors. So I guess on my spreadsheet, I'm just going to put 200 colors for now, but when we get it in, when we get it in our hands, we can update that. And for diamond count, I'm just going to make it blank right now because we don't know. And I'm going to say none for special drills because there are none. And then as far as like what type of, it's just like, it's not a new release, it's not a restock or any of that. Holy cow. That's crazy. Okay, and then I got the second kit from them. I forgot. I have to go back and put in the other kit too. Oh my gosh. Okay, can I copy this image into my spreadsheet? Because that would make my life so much easier. No, I cannot. Maybe if I click in it. Copy image. How many bags have you done, babe?
I'm finishing up 2.
And there's how many you said?
4.
Oh, so you're like halfway. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to have to crop it and save it later. I don't have to do that while we're on camera. I'll do it later. But let me pick up the other one that I bought. It was called Aries.
Cute Aries?
Cute Aries, yeah. Oh, wow. I just typed in Aries, and there's a ton of Aries images with the one with the diamond art, which is cool. This one I got as a 50 by 50. So Cute Aries. Let me get back to my spreadsheet. Okay. Cute Aries. And this is by Parente Illustration with the one with the diamond art. This one is round drills, 50 by 50 centimeter. We'll figure out the other thing later. This is a medium. It's either medium or small. 50 centimeters means it's technically a small. 50 is like the line that determines that. So we're going to call it a small because it's not 51. Colors, does it tell me? It does not. So we'll have to figure out later.
I am now starting bag 3.
Wow. You're so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. I have to do, you guys, it'll make sense when you watch the stash video, but I merged a bunch of cells in my spreadsheet and now I have to unmerge a bunch of cells and it's very obnoxious. I don't know color counts. I know that there are special drills because I ordered it with ABs, but I don't know how many ABs will be included. So I'm just gonna put like a question mark there. And yeah. Okay, cool. So I put them on my on the way tracker, and then for my month in the review video I have to add them here as well. So we have this one, Moon Goddess. Son of a gun, Eric, that's so loud.
Crinkle warnings.
Do you see what I deal with?
Whenever she complains about me, viewers, just go ahead and remind her that she married me.
She chose me. It's not a complaint. It's a statement. Okay. Holy cow. Okay. Date of purchase. 3/23/2025. Yee! I cannot believe I just did that. That was so impulsive of me. Not really though, because I wanted to do it for my birthday, but also I had no intention of like filming me doing it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it one day when I get the gumption to do it. And
today was the day.
Well, okay, I spent $230 total on that purchase between the 2 canvases, by the by.
Over budget.
Stop it.
Never.
This is currency, yes.
It's making them laugh. So
is it, or is it making them roll their eyes?
Laugh and roll their eyes.
Total. Yeah. So just so you guys know, before I add this number in, I've only spent $285 in March. Crazy. And oh my gosh, so this might be burying the lead a little bit for when I do my month in the review video for March, but I I was making a joke earlier about how I scored like $2 in shop cash from the Josephine Wall purchase. Well, actually that does add up because I had like $50 or something worth of shop cash, or maybe like $40. I can't remember the exact number, but basically, it tells you like, hey, you have to use this by a certain time or you'll lose it. And so I was like, I don't want to lose like free $50. Like I could go find something. So I was on the shop app and Paint Gem is on there. And so I bought the home edition Paint Gem set and I only had to pay like the taxes or whatever. So I literally spent $4.37 on the home edition from Paint Gem when it restocked, because it recently restocked with a couple others. And I was really wanting that one, but I didn't snag it when it came out because it went too fast. And I got it for $4.37. So that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just bought that J-Wall. Babe.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, okay, so normally like the last thing that we do in our videos when we're doing these whipping chats. I'm so sorry.
Shifted and didn't say anything.
But okay, so what I was gonna say is normally what we do in the whipping chat to end the whipping chat is we do a question from this book. So would you mind participating with us?
Sure.
So basically we pull a random number 1 through 2000 and we pull it from the book and then we answer the question together, and then sometimes they will answer it in the comments as well. Does that sound fun?
Okay.
Okay. So before I pick a question for us to answer, my final thoughts on this pen after the first round of using it. I got pretty far. I pretty much did this entire section here and I finished the greenery. I don't know that I would go for it. I have pens that are like beautiful custom hand turned pieces of art. I hope that DAC doesn't take offense to the fact that I would choose this over this, because this was like free with my toolkit. But I think that where this is useful is to throw in a bag. Like, it's good to just have supplies in other places because, like, obviously your home setup, wherever you diamond paint, whether it's in your living room, your kitchen table, your home office, or if you have a full-blown craft room, it's annoying to have to take your supplies from space to space to space to space. So if you have little setups in whatever areas that you typically frequent to diamond paint, I would totally throw this in my travel bag that I only just grab and go every once in a while. Like, you know, things like that. Like right now, this is like the pen that I've been using the most, but I'm probably not going to take this one to Seattle because I want it to stay with my stuff here. I'm going to pack a bag that's specifically going with me to Seattle and what I'm going to use on the plane and stuff. And like, that's probably not going to be the normal supplies that I'm using here. Actually, the trays that I used the last time I diamond painted on a plane were my Creations Morin trays. And I just, again, if you go on my Instagram, I've already shown them off, but I got these really, really cute spring-themed Creations Morin trays recently, and they came in and they're amazing. Those work really well on the plane because they have like a really tight sliding lid. This has a magnetic lid, which isn't a bad thing, but number one, I know sometimes planes are weird with magnets, right?
Yes.
So that might be a problem. I've never tried to bring this on a plane, but you know, if they confiscate it from me, I'll cry because I don't think this one's available on the website anymore because it's for the Valentine's Day drop. But that's part of it. And then also, number two, the other tray is smaller. It's like compact. Like this one's much bigger than that, so it's good for like only diamond painting on a little tray table. It's nice to have like just something small. Now, what I pack in under the plane with my other canvas, maybe I'll bring a bigger one because I can spread out more, but I'll figure that out. I'll have to, maybe, let me know in the comments if you want to see a packing video. That could be like a fun video I could film for you guys if you want to see like packing for Seattle and whatnot. Then again, so when I went to North Carolina to go see my dad for Christmas with Eric, I did my very first Messy in Public video. I feel like I have to do a Messy in Public episode 3 for Seattle. So maybe I should do what I did last time and like the beginning of the video is me recording me packing because I did include that in my last video. My wheels are turning. But anyway, so this pen, the white clear wax that I used, where did it go? Here it is. This is the new wax from Diamond Art Club that they include in their Twist and Pick pens. It's not bad. It's very soft, but it's wax, so it's not stringy because it's not a putty. The Twist and Pick feature of the pen now works a lot smoother because the wax is easier and more malleable to like go up the pen tip. But when you first get it started, a lot does come out, so there is a little bit of product wasted. Like, just from it automatically dispensing, this is how much it wasted. Just coming out the first time I tried to diamond paint with it. Like, in my mind, I could actually shove this little bit into another pen completely, and that would last me for a really long time. But it works. It works in a pinch. I would definitely travel with this. I'm not a huge fan of this plastic placer, but I want to see the next time I use it, I want to try it in my thin metal multi-placer and see if I like it better just as a wax product. Because while, yes, you may not use this Twist and Pick pen because you have better pens, if the wax itself is good, maybe I can use it in this. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'll have to play around with it and see how I feel. But let's pick our question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
Pick a number. No. Well, some of the questions are deep. What number would you like to pick?
What is it? Wonder what?
2,000.
897.
897. 897. Okay. Who do you think has the best smile?
Amongst who?
That's just the question. Who do you think has the best smile?
The best smile?
Yeah. It could be like someone in your life. It could be a famous person. Let us know in the comments. Who do you think has the best smile? Again, it could totally be a famous person or someone in your own personal life.
I mean, of course I love your smile.
Cheeseball. I love you, but cheeseball. Go on.
Well, they knew they were getting that.
I actually don't love my smile. I feel like I look pained. I remember we had to take pictures for our wedding, like, after we had gotten...
We were smiling for 47 hours straight.
But I'm just saying, like, looking back on some of those, like, staged photos, like, with our families, I look like I have a stick in my butt. Anyway, go on.
I don't know, really, because I don't... Yeah,
I think The Rock has a good smile.
Yeah, he does.
It's like a natural, warm smile.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, if there's any, like, actors or actresses that have, like, an infectious smile where, like, when they're smiling, you can't help but do it, too.
An actor. Oh my gosh, I just thought of the Pedro Pascal when he's in the car with
with Nick Cage in that movie.
when he turns in the car, he's
that's
like,
a good one. That's a good one. That's a good smile. That's a good one.
That is an amazing smile. Just right. That, like, unhinged, full teeth, wide eyes, like.
All right, everyone. All right, viewers. Now we gotta remember, you gotta go watch Paddington Bear 2.
Why?
Because you're gonna cry the entire time. It's gonna make you a better man.
What are you talking about?
It's part of that movie.
That was in that movie?
That was in that movie. Because it was the scene was.
I thought it was the movie that was about Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So
that's Paddington 2.
No, so part of it is was one of the scenes, and they were asking the.
What was one of the scenes?
How this conversation comes up.
Okay.
It was Nick Cage was asking the guy. I don't remember what Pedro Pascal's character's name was in the movie, but he had asked him, what are your favorite movies, and he had listed off like number 1 movie, and then number 2 movie was Paddington Bear, and Nick Cage was like, I don't understand. You went from like this crazy, really good, really artistic film to Paddington Bear 2, and and Pedro Pascal, and he's like, I don't understand. Well, where did this come from? And Pedro Pascal's character is like, I cried through the entire movie, and it made me want to be a better man. And
Aww.
Nick Cage was like, no, there's no way. So they go ahead and watch it, and at the end of it, you just see that Nick Cage is crying, and Pedro Pascal turns around because he's sitting in front of him in like a beanbag chair, turns around and says, "I told you so," and he's also bawling his eyes out.
Oh my gosh.
So, go watch Paddington Bear 2.
Wait, but the car scene, why was he smiling like that in the car scene?
Oh, I have no idea. I never watched the movie. I just know that one scene.
How did you know that one scene?
Because it's all over TikTok.
Oh my gosh. I ruined Eric. So, like, when TikTok became really popular a couple years ago, I, like, dove headfirst into it because I was a huge fan of Vine. I loved Vine so much. And then they took Vine away, and all of my favorite videos that I had favorited for, like, a couple years that I had a Vine account, they were gone. And I was so sad because, like, those were videos, like, where if I was having a bad day or a bad moment, like, I would go watch my favorites list from Vine, and I would just, like, crack up laughing. So I was sad. Then TikTok became a thing. And then I did the same thing with TikTok. I favorited a ton of videos. I would show them to him. We would literally be in bed and I would just be scrolling through all the videos like that I saved to show him. And
do they know about the Winnie incident?
The Winnie incident? No, I don't think they do. We could tell them that story. But so we're watching like all of these like TikToks and we're like peeing our pants laughing. And then he got a TikTok. And oh my God, if he is not actively speaking to you, like, this is the most I've seen him away from his TikTok. He has sent me...
That's saying a lot. I am not addicted to my phone in that sense.
Not to your phone, but to TikTok!
Which is where TikTok is.
We have, like, 4 different group chats with our friends, all dedicated to different memes and videos. And we have one friend who refuses to download TikTok because he thinks it's like he's above it. Meanwhile, he will share Instagram reels that say TikTok in the corner. I'm like, you know that was a TikTok video at one point. Everyone uses their same content all over the place. He's like, but I got it from Instagram. I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyways, yeah, Eric is addicted to TikTok and like I'll log it. I honestly... It's not that I don't like it anymore. It's just like it's like an addiction. Like once you get some space from it, you don't crave it as much. And so because I've been so into diamond painting and all these other things, like I haven't really been binging TikTok pretty much at all. Like when TikTok shut down for like what, 12 hours?
Yeah.
I wasn't even affected by it. Like I was sad because again, I thought I was going to lose all of my favorite videos that I had like saved. And that made me really sad. But, like, I hadn't been actively watching TikTok
I've been
in a
using
while.
more of the Instagram reels now.
Well, yeah, because I'm on there a lot more, too.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny. But, yeah, like, he is all up in TikTok. And he will I'll log into my phone and it'll be like 50 new videos sent to you by Eric Ross. And
Listen,
I'm like...
there are some times out of the day where I just need that brain rot because I have been braining too hard and I need a break.
Respect. And I respect that. But, like, it's the fact that you send them in sequence... You'll go like a day without getting a video from him and then it's like, brah! Like, it's like, here's 8! And you're like, God, why? Like, please. Anyway... That is so off topic. Let me read the question again.
I feel like we answered it.
Who do you think has the best smile? Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal and the Nick Cage movie.
That's the funniest smile.
Yeah.
In real life... I'm like focused on people's teeth. Like I'm like, who do I know that has like super good teeth? Oh my gosh, I did know this girl in high school. Her name was Kayla. And she looked like Malibu Barbie. She had the platinum blonde hair, the big blue sparkly eyeballs, and she was like Malibu Barbie in like middle school, high school. And she had the whitest, prettiest smile. And she was like a really nice girl too. Like that also helped. She wasn't like a really pretty girl that was also mean. She was actually like a nice girl, but she was like Malibu Barbie, and she had the prettiest smile. Like all of her teeth were like pearly white and straight, and meanwhile the rest of us were like in headgear and had braces, and she's just like, hi, my name's Kayla.
Picked up by a random magnet.
Huh?
All you guys in headgear getting picked up by magnets.
You never had braces, did you?
I did have braces.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen pictures of you in braces. Were they like the clear ones, or were they like the metal regular ones?
Metal.
How long did you wear them?
I don't know. Mom, how long did I wear them for? Because she's watching this.
Yeah, Mom, tell us in the comments how long EJ had to wear whatchamacallit, braces. I wore them for about 3 years. I got them off, I think, my freshman year of high school.
I honestly don't remember. What I do remember is that my first night having them, the thing had come out, The wire had come off the first night, and it was tearing up my mouth. So we had to go back to the orthodontist for them to fix it. The first night I had gotten home,
that
and we went.
Sucks.
I had just gotten home, and we were getting ready to sit down to have dinner. It was matzo ball soup, and I was like, "Oh, the wire popped out," and we were like, my mom and Peter were like, "You're kidding, right?" I'm like, "No, it just popped out." And I opened my mouth and showed them. They're like, "Okay, we gotta go back." So we went back and they fixed it. They fixed it immediately, but
didn't you and I have the same?
Dr. Callum.
Can you believe that? Again, it's a miracle that Eric and I never met like as kids. We had the same orthodontist.
Dr. Larry Callum.
Yeah. It was like right by his mom's house.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. Is he still there?
I don't know.
I wonder. But anyway. Yeah, like, I always think back on, like, growing up. I'm like, there's no way that you and I were not in the same place at the same time. We just didn't know who each other was. Which is so crazy to me. But anyways, so let us know in the comments who you think has the best smile. Whether it's someone in your life or someone that's famous. Both are acceptable. You can even give an answer to both. Do you know anyone that has a really good smile in your life? That's, like, or, like, when you were growing up? Or, like, someone that you were like, wow, that person has really good teeth.
Not really. I mean, we don't know.
You don't really notice people's teeth?
Yeah.
All right, well.
It wasn't like, open your mouth, let me see your teeth or anything.
Open your mouth, let me see those pearly whites. But yeah, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on that question, if you feel comfortable doing so. And I think that's all that we have for this whipping chat. So.
Oh, you gotta tell them the Winnie story.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta end on that.
Okay,
that's
fine.
Just...
I'll end on this. Oh, and then I'll show them the funny clip of Winnie from this afternoon.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, so before, I'm just putting this away so I don't touch the sticky part anymore. So before we came upstairs to film this whip and chat. We were downstairs just like playing with the cats or whatever, and Winnie is like a straight up masochist. Like, she loves to be like manhandled, so Eric will like rub her like really fast and she just like loves it. So he was like messing with her and she was just like making this really weird purr.
She was chirping.
She was chirping and it was really cute and I caught it on video. So after this I have to show you two things. I have to show you a close-up video of this so you guys can see my progress so far and how beautiful this is looking, and then I'll also show you the funny video of Winnie. But the Winnie story is basically this. So we were watching TikToks in bed one night when TikTok first came out. Eric didn't even have it yet. And we were watching these TikToks, and this one TikTok happened, and it was so funny that we were, like, crying laughing. Like, we were cackling so hard. We were holding our sides. We were rolling in the bed. And Winnie jumps up on the bed because she, like, hears us making all this noise, and she was, like, scared for us. She's like, what's happening? So, because she's a cat and she doesn't know what to do, she starts biting me to like check on me. She's like,
only her.
Only me. She jumps up to my side of the bed and starts like biting my arm, like not hard, but like nipping at me like I'm her baby. Like, are you okay? Like, are you having a seizure? Which of course Eric sees this. I'm screaming at the cat now because she's biting me.
I'm laughing. I am dying.
He can't breathe. He's laughing so hard because this cat is like mounting me and biting me to check on my well-being, but she's biting me. And it's just like, so now every time that we're like in bed watching funny videos and cackling, we like hide under the covers because we don't want Winnie to find us and bite us.
Although what she's done now is that whenever there's like blankets on the couch, she will climb under the covers to lay in the couch. So she's gonna come find you.
Yeah.
She's gonna come find you.
One of these days she's gonna jump up onto the bed, but like under the covers, like a jump scare, and I'm gonna fling her across the room on accident. Because she does that. Like, Kovu, we call him high heels because he has, whenever he walks around the house, he always has his like nails out. But Winnie is always nails in, so she's soft paw, and we never know when she's coming. She is like a thief in the night. But Kovu, you can hear him coming from a mile away. So when she jumps on the bed, it's always a jump scare for us, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, that's the Winnie story. She loves me so much that she was biting me to check on my well-being, which Eric thought was hilarious.
That's true love there.
I believe, yeah, I'm gonna bite on you the next time that I'm like, oh, are you unwell? Just bite your arm.
Do it. Do it.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us during this whip and chat. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed the company of Mr. Eric here. How far did you get here?
I can make it do a wheelie.
Nice. Amazing. Very nice. But yeah, I'll probably, actually, I can include, you'll finish this today, right?
Yeah.
I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture of this finish so you guys can see what that looks like too. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments who do you know in your life that has a really good smile, or someone famous that you think has a really good smile that you've always admired. It's always fun when you guys play along. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mommy, is Daddy giving you a massage?